Hello my loves, it's Kat, how are you? So today we have another pick a card, and today's pick a card is a 2-year prediction. Where will you be in 2 years? Who will you be in 2 years? What has changed? What have you accomplished? What is your life looking like? Are you happy? And yeah, we're gonna take a look at all that and some more. So what you need to do is to choose a card or a crystal. So we have card 1 with crackle quartz, card 2 with lapis lazuli, and card 3 with obsidian. So when you have made your decision, go down to the description box to find your timestamp. I will give you a few seconds to decide when you're ready. I will see you at your reading. Ready? Let's go. Hello, my beautiful pal number 1. Toby just decided to say hello, and I was, well, you know. So, hi, this is Toby, and he is the goodest boy in all the lands. So, Tobi, mitä jos menisit alas? Miten, sopisiko? Sopisiko kultaiseni, jos menisit alas? I love you, baby. But mommy's working. Thank you. Bye bye. Okay, so sorry about that. Let's get to your card. So you chose, well, first of all, the crackle quartz. I forgot about that already. And we have spring and vapaus, which means freedom. So I'm going to read the little story in the book as usual. It's going to be in Finnish and I will translate it for you. Which one was this again? Oh, there we go. Okay. Here we go then. Vapauden Keijo symboloi oman tiensä löytämistä ja rohkeutta olla oma itsensä. Keiju katsoo avoimin mielin ja kevein sydämin tulevaisuuteen tuulen ja tuiverruksen läpi. Mikään ei horjuta hänen mieltään, mikään ei kahlitse hänen siipiään. Hän tuntee itsensä täydellisen vapaaksi toimimaan oman sisäisen viisautensa mukaan ja elämään niin kuin sydämessään tietää oikeaksi. So, oh my god, and now he wants outside. Oh Lord. He can wait. So, here's what this card then represents. So the fairy, the fairy of freedom symbolizes finding your own way and having the courage to be yourself. The fairy is looking at things with an open mind and with a light heart. Oh, sorry. The fairy is looking into the future with an open mind and a light heart through wind and things. And nothing is, I think the right word is wavering your mind. Like nothing is bothering her, nothing is making her hesitate, nothing is making her change her mind, and nothing also is chaining her wings. She feels herself perfectly free to act according to her own inner wisdom and live her life as she feels in her heart is the right way. So what I get with this card is that in 2 years you will be free from other people's expectations. Take that as a confirmation. I'm just gonna let him outside as he wants. Go now, bye. So there's just this kind of like freedom. Like I feel like your whole life, I feel like, okay, so sorry, I have a lot of messages coming through right now. So one of the messages that I get is that you've always been the good girl, the good boy, the unproblematic child. Let's say that you had a sibling who was a little bit more difficult, or perhaps you had, your parents were struggling with something, and so when you were a kid, you thought, I must be as good as I can be so that I won't cause more trouble and make my parents even more stressed, or you know, something like that. I feel like there's just this kind of like, people are expecting me to do something, to be something. I'm also getting like there's some sort of pressure there. And this is another message that I'm getting. It might be just for a specific person who is watching this. So if this resonates with you, listen to me closely. I am speaking directly to you. Has someone, perhaps in your family, an older member in your family, I feel like the person who this message is for identifies themselves as a female. So I'm getting like an older female person in your family is pressuring you to do something. And what I'm getting is that you're being pressured to take care of someone. And I feel like it could be like a grandmother, that you are almost being forced to give up your career, give up your life, and go home and take care of your grandmother, because you are the girl in the family. That is your responsibility. And that's something that I'm getting for a specific someone. And if that was for you, you honestly don't have to. You really, really don't have to. Yeah, they will probably be mad. Yeah, they will probably guilt you into doing things. They will probably threaten you by leaving you without inheritance. But let me tell you, would that inheritance be worth giving your life up? Would it be worth that? If you could exchange that inheritance for your freedom, I'll say take it and run with it. Run with your freedom. 2 years from now, I feel like there is actually a decision that is coming for everyone. This is now a general message. I feel like there is a decision coming up where you choose yourself, and that is something that kind of kicks off this search for freedom, this search for who am I when nobody's looking, when nobody's expecting me to do anything. Who am I? Who do I want to be? And I feel like you will be figuring that out during these 2 years. And in 2 years, you will be pretty pleased with yourself. And I feel like you can trace it back to this moment in your life, around this time, within weeks or months, or it has already happened for some of you. But around this time, there will be a decision that kind of is the catalyst for all of this to kind of like materialize in your life. It's kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back. Like, it's a moment of, I've had enough and I'm done with this. And now it's oh my god, I just heard it's the song Rose's Turn. Should I, damn it, I don't have any paper. I really need to get like a notebook just for me, like for these readings, because I sometimes when I have like these songs and then when I'm editing the video and I have to put the links in the description box. I don't remember what the song was. I usually lose all memories of my readings. I just don't remember anything about them. And I literally have to go and listen to my own voice for the video, like listen to the whole thing until I can find the 1 second spot when I mentioned the song, and it's so annoying. And okay, just try to remember Rosa's Turn, in case this is a channeled song reading, because sometimes when I have planned, like, okay, I'm gonna have some channeled songs here, I don't get anything. And then sometimes when I'm not planning it, well, I guess that is how you're supposed to do it. When they come, and then that's gonna be a channeled song reading. But yeah, your song, I feel like, I don't know if this will be, because for this to be a channeled song reading, I need to get a song for the other prize too. So if this is not, then remember, it's Rosa's Turn. It's kind of like I don't know, I think it's from a musical. I just remember it from Glee. But I don't remember where it's actually from. I know it's a musical, and I think I know the actress as well. If I'm right, it's probably the actress of the Diaries with damn it. I don't know. Let's move on. This is taking too long. But basically the song is about, like, now it's finally my turn. Like, it's my time to shine. It's my time to do me. Like, nobody can push me around anymore. It's my turn. And yeah, that is something that I'm totally getting for you. You will be choosing yourself, and I feel like you will be doing it in a very healthy way. Although it's gonna be hard, actually. I'm getting a little bit, this is kind of a warning. There is an episode in The Big Bang Theory where Leonard, he's kind of like a pushover, let's say, and then he gets a girlfriend who's like really hot and definitely not a pushover, and she teaches him to, you know, like, choose him, to do what he wants. And so he does. He orders what he wants. He orders from the place he wants, and that's like a big deal and stuff. But then he turns into an asshole. Like, he doesn't care about anybody else anymore. Like, he only cares what he wants. And then, well, then he kind of, like, when people are like calling him out for that, then he's like, okay, well, he just turns back to being a pushover. So it's gonna be really hard to find the middle ground, because the middle ground is usually very, very narrow. So it's kind of hard to find that sometimes. But you will, though. And honestly, if somebody thinks you're being an asshole because you're putting up boundaries, then you know what that means? It means that what was normally, like, available for them, your energy, your time, your resources, whatever, they were usually, like, free to take, and now they are not, and they sort of have to pay for them. It's no longer fun for them anymore, and they don't understand why they have to pay for it now, because it used to be free. What the hell is... Oh, it's bent. Okay, yeah. I thought there was something under there, so I needed to lift that up. I don't know. I'm sorry. I get really easily distracted. No, I'm getting distraction. That's not the word. Distracted. Yeah, I think that's it. We have balance, centered energy, self-care. Yeah. That was actually what we were sort of talking about. Like, the road is really narrow and it's not completely, like, centered. It's a little wibbly wobbly there. So it's wibbly wobbly. Oh my god. Okay, so moving on. Yeah, you need to take care of yourself. You will be your priority. Let me tell you something. Nobody ever except maybe some parents. I'm not gonna say all of them, but some. Nobody else will put you first but yourself. Nobody else has been there every second of your life other than you. You know exactly what you're feeling at every second of the day for your entire life. You know how things make you feel, when they make you feel bad, when they make you feel good. You're there. You're always there. It's not like you can even run from yourself, even if you wanted to. And it's your turn. It's your turn to, honestly, you've been doing so much for others. You've been such an angel for other people. You've helped them so much, but it's time for them to help themselves, and it's time for you to concentrate on yourself. So in 2 years, I feel like you have figured this out. I do feel like you have figured this out. But the thing is why I'm so focused on like present moment is because it starts from here. It starts from now. It's kind of like when let's say I'm saying, okay, so you will have a huge transformation. Let's say something simple, like let's say you will have your health. Your health will be incredible in 2 years. What that requires though is that you start working on your health right now. So this is kind of like the similar thing. So you will be free in 2 years, but that requires work starting from now. So that is why we're so focused on the present time. We have 3 cards. We have 5 of water, reversed. I think I might need to put it upright so that I can just see it. We have the High Priestess. Oh, I forgot to say the words. This is intuition, wisdom, and patience. And the 5 of Cups, 5 of Water was disappointment, regret, and forgiveness. But remember, it was reversed. Then we have the Dreamer, which is the Fool card. Beginning, believing, protected. Oh my lord. This is good. This is really good. Okay. Let's get there. I'm wondering... Yeah, we still have 1 card left. So with the 5 of Water, I feel like you have done, honestly, it's almost like you have broken your back for others. Like you carry so much for others and it breaks your back. And I feel like you're saying no. You're starting to learn to say no, which is really incredibly important. If it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. If you really, really want to do it, then yeah, go for it. Do it. But if you're like, I'm not sure. And remember, take the fear out of this equation. Do you really want to do it? But you're kind of like scared, but you really want to, then it's a hell yes. But if it's not about your fear, if it's not about your insecurities or anything, you just don't really want to do it. Like I don't want to do that. It's a hell no. It's a hell no. And whenever because this progress, this process, it's not linear. There will be times there will be times when you really want to say no, I don't want to do this, but you have to say yes. Yes, there will be those times. Remember that this doesn't mean that you've fallen back. This doesn't mean that you have fallen back into your old self. It means that you're recognizing it for what it is. It's something that you have to do. You really don't want to do it, but somebody's gotta. And it doesn't mean that, all is lost and now you're back and, because sometimes we get those feelings. It's not like that. It's a longer process than that. But honestly, it starts with the simple no's. It's gonna be, at first, you will be kind of like remembering, like when you are in a position where you are being asked to do something. So at first it starts with you thinking like, okay, normally you would just say yes. You wouldn't even think, you would just say yes. But now you have this time to kind of like think, like, do I want to? But you might say yes anyway. But then it kind of like builds up from there. Like then later on you're gonna say like a no to an easy thing and maybe yes to a bigger thing, and then you're gonna go from there. Like it builds on its own. And we have the High Priestess. You will be so connected with yourself, with your higher self. And I feel like you actually will be opening some spiritual gifts, actually. Something that maybe you had, but you've had before, but they kind of like went dormant, I feel like. Those are coming back for you. And then we have the Dreamer. I feel like you will actually have so much more courage to try new things. Because let's face it, you will have a lot more time right now. And we also have Six of Earth, Charity, Generosity, and Windfall. I also feel like these are the type of things that you will be saying no to. Let's say that you are somebody who works with computers or like cyber security or something. And now everybody in your family, your neighbors, your friends, they will be asking your help with computer things. Or let's say that you are a lawyer. Every single person you know will be asking you for like advice and basically favors that normally people would have to pay you for, but because they're family or friends, then they are expecting it to get it for free. And you're starting to say no to that. You're starting to say no, or you will offer a trade. Let's say that they are a hairdresser and you will do some law things for them and they will do your hair for you. Like you can, that is an acceptable trade, absolutely. And also I feel like actually, I feel like a lot of times you have borrowed, or actually is it a loan if you're giving it, if somebody is borrowing it from you, is that a loan then? Like you're loaning? Yeah, I think so, maybe. Either way, I feel like you have been giving like money to some people who you know probably won't give it back to you. I feel like that's gonna stop as well. Like all in all, like people won't be able to take advantage of you anymore. Like that is huge. And you have so much more time, you have so much freedom to be yourself, to do whatever. Also, there is just this like kind of like you have this courage to do the things you never thought you would be, or people would not accept you if you did them. For example, like let's say maybe you wanted to get a tattoo and your family is heavily against tattoos, but now you don't care. Now it's your body, it's art for you, you love it, so go on and get it. I feel like that is something that you will be doing. I'm not saying you'll be getting a tattoo if you don't want one. It was just an example, because yeah, you know. Either way, I'm I'm getting distracted again. So I'm getting this card. It didn't actually come out, but it was kind of like poking out of the deck, and I just stopped to look at it. I didn't know what card it was, but I just paused for a second and I realized I was just looking at this one card, and I kept hearing like, get it, get it, get it. So here it is. We have, what is this? Resilience? Resilience. Finding your limits. Girl. Boy. what is this? Yeah. I also feel like you will be doing something that is not quite the norm, or it doesn't quite fit the society's beauty standards or otherwise some other standards. Let's say you're a woman, you identify yourself as a female, and you're really into bodybuilding. And some people are really against it because women are not supposed to be muscular. Like, what kind of crap is that? I feel like you will be doing whatever you want to do. And whatever this is for you, whatever this is, because there are a lot of different things for many of you. For some of you, it has to do something with your looks. Maybe your family would not accept you having some crazy hair colors, for example, or they would not approve of your clothing, or they do not approve of piercings or tattoos, like I said, or something. Or it could also be some sort of a identity thing. Like, there's something that it's almost like there's a part of you that you have your entire life you have tried to hide to please your family or to fit into your surroundings. But in 2 years, you're gonna let it shine. You're gonna let it shine so damn bright. And I love that for you. I really, really do. Let's get the final card. What advice does your future self of 2 years have for you in this current, or this present moment that you're in? Oh my lord. Okay, so that's the card. Oh, there's two. Okay, cool. Let me just get my shit together. Okay. Two of air, being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there is no problem. Yeah, makes sense for the moment, yeah, absolutely. And then we have Ace of Fire, an exciting new opportunity, career advancement, change your life now. Look, it says change your life now. Oh my god. Yeah. Your life is changing, and it's changing now. And it starts with, I did say that there was choice coming, or it already has, or it's just around the corner. There is choice to be made that will kickstart all this change, and it will bring you to your true self, basically. Like, whatever is the part that you've been trying to hide, it's coming out. You're letting it out, basically. I'm actually seeing like a bird flying from a... actually, I think it's this card, actually. Yeah, I think it's in... Yeah. Yeah, it's... Yeah. Okay, so this is the booklet for the Oracle cards. It was this one. This one was from this deck. Anyway, I just wanted to show you the... This is what I saw, like a bird flying away from, what is this called? A cage? Yeah, from the cage. I was gonna say a nest, but that was stupid. Yeah, there is something happening to you, and it's coming really, really fast. And I feel like it's probably this opportunity that will be like, so here is what I'm seeing right now in my life. This is kind of like a story, a scene that I'm seeing. I also feel like it's from like Once Upon a Time, like from the Enchanted Forest, bro. But anyway, there is a girl in this village, and she is very unhappy with her life. Like, she's being expected to take care of her parents and do all this work, but she has dreams. She has dreams, and that's not really something she wants to do. So one night she goes to a tavern and there are these pirates there. and she starts talking to them, and they tell her all about their adventures, all the things they've seen, and all the fun they have had. And she's kind of, oh, I wish I could go. I really wish I could go. But I can't. I have responsibilities. My family's counting on me. And you know, stuff. I can't go. So she goes home. And the next day, she goes to the tavern again to see if the pirates were still there. They weren't. They were gone. And now she's like really disappointed, wishing she had said yes when they asked her to come, and she's kind of like drowning her sorrows in whatever drink she's having. And then the door opens and there's the pirate she had been talking to, and he's like, oh, thank God you're here. Listen, we're just about to go. This is your last chance. Do you want to go? Come with me. Come with me. Do you want to go? And she says yes. So anyway, that is something that might resonate with you. Maybe not right away, but there is something coming for you. There is this unfortunate choice that you have to make, where it's kind of like, do I choose others or do I choose myself? And you've been kind of like avoiding making this decision before, but then this opportunity comes. And it's a once in a lifetime opportunity for some of you. And now you have to make the decision. Do I choose myself, or do I choose other people's happiness over mine? And I do actually believe that you will be choosing your happiness. Anyway, yeah, this is what I had for you. I really hope you enjoyed. I would really love to read for you again, and I hope I see you in my next one. Bye! Hello, my beautiful Paolo. So you chose the... I always forget. Lapis lazuli. Yeah, okay. So you chose Autumn Gratefulness. I love this card. Oh my god, okay. Let's see then. I am going to read the little story from the book as usual. Hold on, okay, there we go. So this is in Finnish and I'm gonna translate it for you. Yeah, okay. Kei oli aina unelmoinut omasta omenatarhasta ja syksyisestä sadonkorjuusta. Hän aloitti unelmansa toteuttamisen istuttamalla yhden omenapuun. Kesti useita vuosia ennen kuin se alkoi tuottaa satoa. Kun ensimmäiset omenat alkoivat kasvaa, valtasi hänet suuri ilo ja kiitollisuus. Vuosi vuodelta puu vahvistui entisestään ja tuotti lopulta niin paljon hedelmää, että siitä riitti runsaasti myös muille jaettavaksi. Keijon unelma oli vihdoin toteutunut. Okay, so this fairy had always dreamt of her own apple tree garden and the harvest in the fall. She started her dream by planting one single apple tree. It took many years before it started to, you know, grow fruit. Sorry. When the first apple started to grow, a enormous joy and gratefulness just filled her. And every year the tree got stronger and stronger and eventually created so much fruit that it was more than enough to share with others. And yeah, the fairy's dream had finally come true. Can you guess what is happening for you? Can you guess what's happening for you in 2 years? Can you guess? Oh my god, your dream, whatever the dream is that you've been working on, I do feel like it's something that you have already started. You've started to work on it. In 2 years, you're gonna get it. It's gonna finally, I don't have the words to to explain what I see and what I feel, but in 2 years it's finally gonna make it. There will be a breakthrough, basically. And the feeling that you have in autumn, oh, in autumn. I didn't mean to say autumn, but it slipped out. So I guess it's gonna be in autumn in 2 years. The feeling that you're gonna feel within 2 years. Let me tell you something. You can already feel it right now. And I feel like that is actually part of it. And feeling grateful before you even have it. I feel like that is the trick here. That is the manifestation technique that you will be using to bring this dream in. Being grateful for having it before you even have it, I feel like that is going to be the #1 manifestation technique. Basically what that means is, in case you're new to manifesting and stuff, if you're not, you can just think about other things while I talk. So yeah, you're going to visualize the dream when there's the breakthrough. What do you want? What is the, how is it gonna be? How will it feel like to finally make it? What is it that you really want? And feel that gratefulness and feel it where you are, where you're visualizing it. Feel it there. And when you work on it, when you're working for it, feel the gratefulness while you're doing it. And that is going to help you bring this thing forward. There's something on this. I don't... Sorry. I get easily distracted. Yeah. Also, are apples in general in any way meaningful to you? Because I'm now seeing like Regina from Once Upon a Time with her red apples. I don't know. Wow. Just putting it out there in case it is. Also, butterflies. Now that and specifically these kind of butterflies. In Finland, in Finnish, we call them nettle butterflies, and I think that is the night butterfly. I don't know what their names are in English, but not night. I mean night, like with the sword and stuff. Those might be symbolizing some things about this dream of yours. So pay attention to those butterflies. They might have messages for you. So yeah, let's get another card. What is happening for you in 2 years? Okay, that was fast. Ooh, mindfulness, peaceful presence, quiet mind. Interesting, okay. I'm gonna put this over here because, well, there are gonna be more cards. I don't know why, but I feel like in 2 years you have, I feel like there's a lot of manifesting that is happening in these 2 years. And I don't know if you are kind of like I feel like there might be some doubt with you, like is manifestation real, or does it really happen? Because something you've been trying to manifest, if it's this thing that you've been trying to manifest, it hasn't really come through yet, and other things that you've been trying to manifest hasn't really come through, and you're kind of like, well, does it work? Like, I don't know, like, yeah, some things have come true, but then some other things that have not, and I'm not sure. But I feel like in 2 years, actually, this is no longer a question. This is no longer a question. And let me tell you something. No, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you. Because, no, I don't know. Maybe a little bit later. But I feel like in 2 years you will have this kind of like que sera sera kind of feeling. You know the song, que sera. How they go? I asked my mother, what will I be? How did it go? Que sera sera. I don't remember. That was the only thing I remember. that was not useful for you. But the point is, in that song, there's this. It's kind of like it's the same type of chorus that kind of keeps playing itself, but it's always like the same. The person asking is at different ages, and she's asking different people. Like when I was young, a young girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? And the mother said, que sera sera, like whatever will be, will be. And then she asked her husband, I think at some point, like, what will we be? And he says, que sera sera, what will be, will be. And then when she's older, her daughter then comes to her and asks, what will I be? And she says, que sera sera. I don't know, there's just this feeling of kind of like, whatever comes will come. And oh, that was actually a quote from Harry Potter. I think it's at the end of 4th book. I think it's the very last line in the book. It goes something like, what happens will happen, and we will meet it when it does. That's just what I feel, because I feel like at the moment, or like usually, I feel like you worry about things, you want to be prepared. I feel some anxious energy here, like I just want to know. And oh do you have like you watch pick a card to get answers to your questions? You want to know, will I be married? When will I be married? Who will I be? And will I get this dream? Will I have children? Who will they be? And just like, will I have money? Will I be happy? Will I have a house? Where will I live? I feel like there is just this, like, you want to know. You want the answers. Are you a life path number 7 by chance? If you are, hello sister. Nice to meet you. So you don't have to be that. You know, all other people are like, all other life path numbers are fine. But if you're a 7, well, hello. But anyway, moving on. Moving on. Because now I see why I started laughing was, do you know the scene from, I think it's the it's Alice in Wonderland. It's the live action movie, but it's the 2nd movie. I think the title had something to do with time, because, you know, they're traveling in time in that movie. I'm gonna see if I can find the clip for that. I think I'm just gonna, do I have any paper so I can write on something? Because I'm gonna forget. Oh, I found some. Okay. So I'm just gonna because I'm gonna forget. So, anyway, in that movie, there is a clip. Because Alice, she actually goes to the Master of Time and she steals his time machine. And she travels through time trying to... I think the whole point was to help the Mad Hatter. He was feeling poorly. And she was trying to change some things to, you know, make him feel better or find the parents or something. Anyway, she stole the time machine and the Master of Time, or Time Lord, I don't remember his name, he went after her. And she traveled back in time and forward in time, and so the Time Lord or Master of Time, he was kind of like following her. And he gets to the time where this is like in the past, and the Mad Hatter is having tea with the rabbit and the mouse, and they're having the tea party. And so he goes to them and asks, okay, so where is Alice? And they're like, oh, Alice! Oh yeah, she's gonna join us for tea. And then and then he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna wait for Alice here then. They're like, okay, great, awesome. And then they know who he is. They know that he's the Master of Time, and they start making these these time related puns, like I don't know, but it always makes makes me laugh so hard. It's so stupid. They're like anyway, I don't know. You're gonna see the jokes. I'm gonna try to find the clip. I'm sure it's somewhere. It should be. It's one of the best scenes in the movie. But they're like, okay, so, you know, I've always wanted to ask you something. How soon is soon? And this is the one that I saw with you. Like, tell me. Because in the pick a cards, usually they don't give you like an exact time. Like, okay, so in 12 days at noon, you will be having this thing. They just say soon. It's gonna come soon. It's happening soon. It's coming soon, and you're so sick of hearing the soon word. That was the whole point. I'm sorry, this was a really long story, but that was the point. I feel like you're so sick of hearing having the answer soon. And I'm sorry, but that's usually how it goes. And the reason why that happens, why the answer is always, yeah, it's gonna happen soon, is because in the spirit world, in the, you know, higher dimensions where your spirit guides are and stuff like that, time works differently there. So to them, like, 2 years is just a blip. It's a blink of an eye. Yeah, because for them time doesn't really exist. We actually have to go through it. There was actually, I'm getting another message from it was an episode of Doctor Who, but that is a really long episode or a really long story to tell you, and I don't even have any cards on the table. This is my problem. I just start channeling and then I forget all about the cards and I don't have any cards on the table. Anyway, yeah, so we actually have to live every second. Like, let's say, like, for example, like for us, okay, this is a really weird example, and this is the first time this message has ever come to me, so bear with me while I try to explain what I just saw. So let's say that you're living your life and you are the main character, And your spirit guides then, they are reading this story. They're reading your story. You are in a book, you're living your life in the book, and you're in there. You're the main character. And your spirit guides then, they are reading this story, and that is like written about your life. And they have all of these like, they know things because they also have the advantage of reading the chapters that are from the other characters' point of views, you know? You don't have that. You only have your point of view. But they actually get to read about what the other people in your life are feeling and their chapters. They know everything, and they know what they mean. They know when they lie. They have all this like knowledge that you don't have. And the thing is that they can actually skip chapters and check what's going to happen in the future, and they can yell at you to give you advice like, no, don't trust him, or yes, do it, go kiss them, you know, stuff like that. But you can't skip any chapters, you can't skip any sentences. You have to live every second of it. You have to meet every character. You know, you have to read every comma, every period. And they can take breaks from your story, but you can't. You can't pause anything. You're just there living it. And it doesn't end, it doesn't stop, it doesn't pause, it just keeps going on and on. And so for them, it feels like, yeah, it's gonna happen soon. But for us, we're actually living in it. I feel like they don't really get this. Like, they don't really get that in the spirit realms. Like, they don't get how time feels for us. They might remember from their own past lives how it felt, but you know, we forget. Anyway, that was the message that I got here. Oh, God, it's been 20 minutes and I still don't have any tarot cards on the table. Okay, let's shake this up. Yeah, so what is happening for you in 2 years? What is your life going to look like? We have 9 of Air, negativity, worry, sleeplessness. So actually, I feel like this is like present energy. This is how you feel at the moment, because it's right under the mindfulness. I feel like this is something that is happening for you now. You're very negative, you're worrying, you're doubting, you're not sure if things are going to work out, you don't have any answers. And I feel like actually meditating and mindfulness is actually the solution for this. Meditating, also Tai Chi. I'm feeling that also. Qigong. I don't know how to pronounce that. My mom says Qigong, so I'm just gonna say it like that. But she usually says things wrong, so sorry. So then, I'm just gonna show them to you. We have Page of Fire, creative, enthusiastic, motivated. And that actually is under the gratefulness now. Ooh, so there will actually be a spark of creativity, like this, well, a spark, a moment of like, well, I don't have the word for that, but like creativity, like you're really excited. Something's going to come up, something fun is going to come up, and it's going to get you really excited. Oh, forgot to show you this one as well. Ace of Earth, abundance, opportunity, and resources. So I feel like it actually is tied to this thing, like this dream or thing that you have, something you're trying to build. It starts from passion. You're really passionate about it, and that's why it's gonna work out, because you are really passionate about it, and it's something that motivates you, something that you really, really love. And because you have the Ace of Earth in 2 years, you're actually gonna be, I'm not sure if you're gonna be wealthy by then, but I feel like money is starting to come in then. Because before the breakthrough happens, I feel like you might be like just getting by, but then suddenly the breakthrough comes, and that's when it starts happening. Because I feel like you will be working on this project for a while without really seeing any money coming in necessarily. But you're like well off, like you're able to do it though. You're able. Oh, aww. Oh my god. Oh, sorry. Anyway, moving on. No, not moving on. I'm trying to explain this. I'm also trying to speak really fast because we're running out of time. So you will be working on this thing, and I feel like you will be working on it without really seeing any progress for a while. And I feel like the reason for why it's not really showing much progress in the beginning is because, let's face it, we're not good when we start. Like, we kind of suck in the beginning. Like, my videos also really sucked in the beginning, like really bad. And I didn't really know how to make like really cool like thumbnails and stuff. I do now though, but let me tell you something. In 2 years, I'm gonna look at my thumbnails and my setups and I'm gonna think like, what the fuck was I thinking? Because these look so ugly. But for me, like, I like them. I'm proud of them. I think they are pretty. So these things change because we get better. We get better at things, and we try new things, and we figure out like, oh my god, this was actually really cool, and makes things look really nice. So the reason why it's not like making progress right away is because you want to get good first. It's almost like it's easier to make progress when you don't have a lot of people watching, when you don't have a lot of people watching you, when you try things and you fail. Because there have been a lot of things that I have tried to do in my videos that really have like, I don't want to say bombed, but they just weren't as good as some of my other ideas. Yeah, that's just, you know, you want to figure things out before you have a lot of viewers. I don't know why I'm being saying like viewers, like maybe you're making videos or something, but, or something like that, but you know, maybe it's that. So then we had Two of Water, partnership, commitment, reconciliation. So I do feel like there will be someone for you in 2 years as well. Yeah. And also now we have an actual timeline, 2 years. And I did say autumn in the beginning, like I slipped and said autumn, so that's also a little hint for you there. Pile number 2. What is happening for you in 2 years? How do you think you feel in 2 years? Honestly, I feel like I should have, like for you, I should have made like a little bit like a longer timeline, I feel like, because I feel like in 2 years things are just about to happen, you know? Like maybe if I had like put in like 3 years or something, then, you know, a lot more things would have been happening. Oh, we have the number 5, we have miracle, making a difference. So whatever this is, this project, this dream, this thing that you're trying to build, it will make a difference in the world, in people. And it's going to help with like well-being overall. I don't know, maybe it will be something inspiring, or maybe you are trying to, I don't know, there's just this change I feel like that you will be making, sort of. Funny, this card also came for pile number one as well. So this was like a advice for this moment. I forgot to say, I don't know, I'm feeling a bit weird about this card. I don't feel like it's meant for you, but then again, it might be meant for someone. Even if it's not meant for everyone, it might be meant for someone. So I'm gonna leave this card, and I'm also gonna take another card. I'm actually gonna put in the intention in there. So this card was Two of Air. Being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there is no problem. So that might be something that somebody is going through at this moment. Anyway, but I usually, because I like to keep my hands busy, so I started shuffling and then that card popped out, but I was still in the middle of the message and now I've forgotten it. It has something to do with making a difference though. Yeah, there is something that you're doing. I feel like for some of you, it might have something to do with the environment. For some of you, it might have something to do with like animals, like well-being, rescuing dogs and stuff. And for some, it might be just like inspiring, being yourself and inspiring. For some of you, it might actually be something spiritual. You are sending your messages into the world and it's helping other people. And for others, you are perhaps building a product that will help a lot of people. I don't know, there are a lot of options. So what is the message from your future self of 2 years that they have for you in this present moment? What advice do they have for you in this present moment, wherever you are? Okay, there we go. And on the floor. Okay, so we have Four of Water, missing an opportunity, discontentment or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. Actually ties really well together with the Two of Air, actually. So I feel like at the moment in your life, oh yeah, we have the Nine of Air. I do feel like you are not really content with your life. There's something missing and you really want to start building something. And I feel like now is the time to start. And there is this spark that's just gonna hit you, some sort of a fever bug. I don't know, but you just get this idea. I don't know if you've had this idea for a long time or if it will just hit you and then you start working for it and you start working for it really hard. It's gonna take a while, but in 2 years it should be there. But yeah, don't worry, your life is gonna be great. But I do realize that you need to take this opportunity when it comes, when this spark, when this idea comes to you. Be ready to take it, because it's really important that you do. So yeah, this is what I had for you. I really hope you enjoyed. I would really love to read for you again, and I hope I see you in my next one. Bye! Hello, my beautiful pile number 3. So you chose the obsidian. Okay. And winter, parantaja, which means healer in English. So I'm gonna read the little story in the book. I'm gonna read it in Finnish first, and then I'm gonna translate it for you. So here we go then. Talven tähti luo valoa ympärilleen kaikkein pimeimpinäkin aikoina ja synkimmissäkin tilanteissa. Joskus tuo tähti laskeutuu kimmeltämään talvisen metsän valkeille hangille kulkemaan keijun olomuodossa. Parantaja Keijulla on käsissään elämän voima ja parantamisen lahja, jota hän käyttää kaikkien apua tarvitsevien hyväksi. Keijussa on kirkkautta, lempeyttä ja hiljaista voimaa. Parantava ja eheyttävä energia virtaa hänen kauttaan vahvana. Se tuo hyvinvointia ja uutta toivoa kaikille hänen apuaan pyytäville. So, the winter star brings light to everyone around them, even in the darkest times and the gloomiest situations. Sometimes the star comes down, gleaming over a wintry woods and on top of the white snow, and starts walking in a form of a fairy. This healer fairy has the life force in her hand and the gift of healing, which she will use for everyone who needs it and to heal them. And the fairy has brightness and gentleness and quiet power in her. The healing and kind of like a repairing energy flows through her really strongly, and it brings well-being and new hope to everyone who asks for her help. So that was a tough to translate. I don't know, it was very in a poem, like a poem form type of text. It usually is, but that was really difficult. So yeah, here is what I see with your card. You have some healing powers, and I feel like you know this already. And I feel like they have been a little bit dormant or a little bit harder to access for a while. And that has been because of your situation in life. And I feel like you have had some people around you who have been sucking out your energy. And for some of you, I feel like this has been a partner. And they are an ex by now. And because, and also, maybe, because I just heard like the Selena Gomez song, I'll be single soon, I'll be single soon. Anyway, that is the song that I hear, so I don't know, it could be that some of you are still in this relationship or partnership or something, and you won't be for long. But I also feel like it has already happened for some of you. And now if you are in a healthy relationship and you know everything's perfectly fine and they treat you like the queen or king you are, and you do the same for them, this is not the message for you, you know, just ignore it. But it could also have been a friend, it could have also been a family member, but yeah, there has been someone who has been kind of taking your energy freely. And now some boundaries has been set, and they're not very happy about this, but boy are you. Because your power is suddenly so strong, because now you have it all for yourself. Somebody is not taking and stealing it from you anymore. It's all yours. So this is, it's almost like you never knew how strong you really were until, you know, you fixed the leakage. Almost like a leaking pipe that you fixed, and now, you know, the pressure is a lot stronger. So yeah, I also do feel like this is now that you have this energy, I'm just gonna adjust my sleeves. Now that you have all of this energy, now that this person who used to take all of your energy is out of your life, I'm also being said it wasn't just your energy, it was also your money. And there was somebody in your life who was kind of like, they were really taking advantage of you in every single way, financially. I also got the S word, like, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that word. I don't know. I'm just gonna like S-E actually. So that might be for some of you, but like basically they just took everything. And in Finland we have a saying for this: when somebody takes everything you've got, they also take the ashes from your fireplace. Like, they clean you out. They take everything. I feel like there has been some sort of someone like this in your life who no longer has success like this anymore. And now you're kind of like feeling all the power, feeling all the energy, feeling all the life force you had. And now you get to use it on yourself, and that is kind of like incredible. And it's almost like you never knew how strong you were until you could feel all of your power, like nobody was stealing it from you. Now you can feel it all, and my God, aren't you a magnificent creature? So now the question is, what are you gonna do with all this power? So what I see in 2 years, your health will be improving. I also feel like your life will be improving as well. There was something in the little book. I'm just gonna check. There was something about it that I'm missing. Right, okay, now I got it. Yeah, so that was the thing. Physical health. There was a message there that you may have been kind of, what is the word? It's not abandoning, it's kind of overlooking your physical health. I feel like in 2 years, is it this that makes that sound? Yeah, it's this one. It keeps kind of like, it's not the bottom isn't quite straight, so it keeps like going like this, and it annoys me. Anyway, it's almost like you will be focusing yourself for these 2 years, like completely. Like, you will be putting all this energy into yourself. It's almost like you're investing in yourself. You're investing money, you're investing time, you're investing energy. And my God, will you be an amazing person in 2 years. Like, you will be so freaking powerful. And I feel like that is what is happening for you in 2 years. So let's get another card. What is happening for you in 2 years? How will your life have changed? That's not a proper sentence. How has your life changed in 2 years? Now that's much better. Oh, no. How has your life changed in 2 years? Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah, we have the freedom. Moving on, letting go. So, yeah. I do feel like you're letting go of a person. But I also feel like you may actually be relocating. You will be going into somewhere, some other city, some other country maybe, but you will be... It's almost like you are reinventing yourself these 2 years, and it's already starting. I feel like the groundwork for this was to set up boundaries or let go of another person who was taking all of this energy. Some of you may have set boundaries, and some of you may have said goodbye forever. And you know, you yourself know which lane you're in on. And some of you who has set up those boundaries, who in the boundary team, you will be jumping into the other team. The boundaries will not be enough for some of you. And they will cross these boundaries, and you will have to choose yourself. And so they will leave your life. And let me tell you, it's going to be really hard. I've done this a few times. It's never easy. And they can be so manipulating. And what you need to do is you have to remind yourself, write a list of all the things that they've done, why you are doing this, and why it will be best for you while you're doing it, because they will twist everything around. So you need to remind yourself of everything that they've done and the reason why you're doing this. So please write that list, because don't, if you even forget for a second, it's almost like they have you again. Like, not like, it's almost like they have you. I don't mean that like, no, they have you again. Like, no, you're together. No, I mean like they got you. Like, now it's impossible for you to actually do the thing you intended. So please write that list. You're gonna need it. You're definitely gonna need it. So let's get some tarot then. What is happening for you in 2 years? Either way, even though this is going to be hard and you will be living it and it's going to be really difficult for you and there will be a lot of tears and you're going to miss them. The future version of you is kind of like, yeah, but it had to be done and I don't regret it one bit. So it's kind of like a character building lesson, I suppose you could say. Okay. Oh, and this one wants to come out too. So we have, let's put these in order. We have 7 of Air, awareness, caution, consequences. Oh my God, take a look at this card. She is sleeping and there is this boy stealing all of her apples. Like, she has no idea what's happening, but he's taking from her. He's stealing from her. So I feel like this is actually the current energy. In other piles, the first card always has been, actually. This is really funny that this has happened. But yeah, they have been stealing from you. They have been stealing your energy, your money, and I feel like they have taken a lot more than you know. I do feel like they have actually been stealing from you. Like, physically even. Not all of them, but I do feel like, you know, like, has anything gone missing, honestly? Because this person, this energy, it feels really fishy. It's not good. But yeah. So then we have Page of Air. Truthful, analytical, outspoken. So this is how you have to be when you deal with this situation. You have to say your piece. You have to stand your ground. And remember that you actually have to say goodbye. I don't know. It could also be that some of you just block this person. And other people, I feel like the majority of you though, they want to have an actual conversation why this is happening, and you know, like, I didn't like that and now I'm going to say goodbye to you, so bye. Remember to have that list. Remember to have it with you. You can also write an email or a long text message or something and just like block them after that. But yeah, don't give them a lot of opportunities to explain themselves. Don't do that, because let me tell you something. If you let them speak for too long, they will have you wrapped around their finger all over again. Because I feel like they are a really sweet talker. I'm getting like a silver tongue. The word or name silver tongue is coming to mind. We have 3 of Fire as well. We have goals, expansion, vision. Yes. So after this person has you have basically kicked them out, it's time for you, because now you have all of this energy and you get to, you know, spit in on yourself. I do. Yeah, and especially if this was a partner, if this was a romantic partner, and maybe you live together, it's not like you can just block them and move on. You have to deal with some shit first. So yeah, remember, do not let them talk a lot, because they might just have you then. But I also feel like when you make your decision that this person is no longer good for you, it's not even really a question though. Like it's like now you see who they really are, and yeah, it's actually not gonna be that hard. Actually, now that I'm getting deeper into this energy, maybe for some of you, if you're the type of person who hasn't really put up much boundaries at all ever, then this might be really hard for you. But this is also like I said, a character building lesson, exercise even. And then for some of you who have just like started learning this, it depends. It depends. If you're still under their spell, then it's gonna be harder. But if the spell is broken, then it's not gonna be that hard. So think about it for yourself. Is the spell broken, or do they still have some sort of a hold on you? If they do have some sort of a hold on you, and you know this, that you know you might still have a weakness for them, make sure that you don't meet them alone. That is another advice for you. Do not meet them alone. Have a friend there who will kind of like I don't know, just like keep you in the present, keep your mind clear, because this type of people, they will spin you around. I've met a lot of these people, and it's incredible, this gift that they have. They will just spin you around and basically turn everything around for you with just words. Anyway, let's get a final card of the tarot deck. What is happening for you in 2 years? Either way, oh, right, this was a 2-year prediction, not just like present time. I sometimes keep forgetting the theme of my reading. That was really weird, I think. Okay, so we have ego. We're gonna take that card. Illusion, dependency, materialism. Yeah, this is how I see you a little bit. I feel like this is how it's gonna be. Like, I like to have the time limit here. But take a look at this card. The ego card is actually the devil card, in case you were wondering. So this angel is holding the cage, and there's a bird inside, but the door is open. Yet the bird is not going anywhere. They don't understand that they are not actually in the cage. Like, they are in the cage, but they don't realize that they could leave at any time. I kind of feel like this is where you are, or this is... I feel like this is the right order for these cards, actually. I like them to be linear. Linear? I kind of... Oh, I don't know. I like that. Anyway. It's almost like you're waking up to who they really are, what they have been doing to you, what they have been taking from you. And you kind of realize that for a long time you felt like you were stuck with them. Like you can't leave for whatever reason. You're somehow dependent on them, maybe financially or something, or maybe they make you feel like nobody could... Like, this is something that I've noticed, that you know, sometimes when people are in a toxic relationship, the other person will make them feel like nobody could ever love them. Like they are so unlovable, that they are the only person that would ever be with them. That is complete bullshit. That is so not true. They want you to think that, because they want you to be in that state. They want you to think that, so they can keep you. Anyway, you will somehow gather this power, you will set these boundaries, you will cut cords and stuff, and then we will get to the Three of Fire. This is the end goal. This is where you will be going, and this is where you will be ending up. So, the Three of Fire was goals, expansion, and vision. So basically you will be taking it's sort of a trip. I don't know, I just keep hearing the I'll be single soon, I'll be single soon, and it's kind of like a happy song, sort of like a like oh my god, I'll be free, and that's amazing. Yeah. And you will kind of like remember all the goals that you had and all the things that you love to do, and they probably made you feel a little bit stupid for being so excited about things. Oh my god, I've had so many friends. Well, actually one specific friend. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but she was my best friend at that time, and she was always like really embarrassed to be around me, sort of, and like I don't know, and because I'm really enthusiastic and I get really excited. I remember we were in the store once, like buying some things, and I was like, oh my god, there is my favorite ice cream on sale, I'm gonna get it. And I practically run to the ice cream freezer things, and she laughed at me for being so excited for ice cream. Like, are you dumb or something? I don't know. It always made me feel so bad, and then I felt like, okay, well, I guess I'm like really dumb or something. I don't know. I still think about that time, and I remember how I tried to change to be a little bit more accepted by her, so that she wouldn't have to be so embarrassed to be with me. But honestly, like, she sucked. She had the worst personality. I don't know why I was even friends with her. Anyway, to be perfectly honest with you, I'm glad to be rid of her. You know, just sometimes it'll be like that. Sometimes yeah, I don't know. And honestly, I feel like that is something that you will be feeling. But then again, there's also like, you recognize the lesson that you learned from this whole experience. Like, you learned to stand up for yourself. You learned to put yourself first. You learn to set up boundaries. And then after years of being put down and lied to and manipulated, you get to find yourself again and be free and stuff. And it's gonna be really wonderful for you. These 2 years, they are gonna be really, really amazing. And you get to focus on yourself. I also see like a actual transformation happening for you. And it's not gonna be just in the outside, it's also gonna be on the inside. But it's almost like your inside is gonna be transformed, and then your outer appearance will be reflecting that, I guess. Okay, well, we have 2 cards. Fine, it's fine. We have bliss, cherishing the day. Oh, and then we have inspiration. Oh my god, that is excellent. Yeah, you will have so much fun. So much fun. It's almost I do feel like you will be single for a while, and honestly, I feel like that's how you want it. You do want to be single. You won't be forever. You won't be forever, but it's kind of like you want to date yourself first. You want to find out who you are and do the things you want to do before. I feel like it's going to be really exciting for you to choose things that you want to do, because I feel like you have always kind of like put others first and done whatever they want to do. So this is kind of like the first time in your life where you get to do what you want to do. You may also have been drawn to pile number 1. It was very similar. If you were, you might want to check that out as well. If you weren't drawn to that pile, that's fine, then this is your pile. I'm just mentioning it for those who may have been like wondering which one. Anyway, and there is just this kind of like, I love life. It's almost like you will be going on walks and just, you will notice the beauty in the world again. And honestly, it will be just so wonderful for you. And it's kind of sucks that this comes like after cutting somebody out of your life, but honestly, I get that old what is it? It's kind of like a quote. Hold on, how did it go? Okay, so some people are like clouds. When they go away, it's a beautiful day. So it's kind of like that. Like, I don't know, they just kind of like sucked all of your energy. They kind of like, it's almost like they kind of like made you feel bad for all the things that you were interested in. Like maybe they thought that your hobbies were stupid and they let you know that, and you kind of then stopped doing your hobbies and stuff. But now you have all the freedom, you're gonna do that. You're gonna do those things that made you happy. I don't know. I honestly, okay, so this is something that has actually happened in my own life. My ex, so I like to sing, and I especially love Disney songs. I love singing in my car, and I always have the music really loud, especially if I'm alone. I will have it really loud and I will like sing my heart out, because that is the only place where you can actually like sing really loudly, because I live in an apartment building. My neighbors would really hate me for that. So the car is the only place where you can actually sing like really loud. Anyway, but if I was with someone there, like if somebody was in the car with me, then I wouldn't obviously sing that loudly. And you know, ideally they would be singing with me when I was driving. They are old friends at this time now, but I had a friend who also loved Disney songs, and we always, like when we were driving around, we would put on Disney songs and sing together, because you know, she was a really good singer, and you know, I was okay, and it was really fun. Those are one of my fondest memories from my teenage years. But yeah, this asshole this asshole, he always, like, if I started to sing or something, I didn't even sing loud, I was just singing along and sometimes just humming, and he would be like, shut up. How fucking rude is that, honestly? How fucking rude is that? I don't know, it still pisses me off. And also I was kind of like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. Honestly, I should have just thrown him out of the car. Dick. Like, I get it if you're like having a headache and stuff, but you don't have to be fucking rude about it. You can be nice about it and say, okay, honey, I love your singing, but please, I need some quiet. And I was like, oh, okay, yes, of course, I'm sorry. But he was like, shut up. How? Still angers me. Nobody fucking tells me to shut up. Nobody. Not even dicks like you. Anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you this, but maybe you could relate or something. Yeah. Ah! Oh no! I'm sorry. The deck just exploded, but I kept it very well contained. So let's get final advice. What advice does your future self of 2 years have for you in this present moment? I'm also sorry that, you know, this whole reading has been mostly about present and instead of the 2 years, but this actually happened in other parts as well. It just happens that, you know, the decisions that you made in this time, which is how it usually is actually, like the decisions that you made right now at this moment reflect on what is happening in 2 years. So that is why this is happening. But your 2 years is gonna be like really, really good. I would be really happy to be in this pile actually. And to be perfectly honest with you, I have been in this pile. I've been in it for quite some time actually. Oh, there we go. We have 5 of air. an unwise choice. Learn what you can from this situation. Review everyone's motives. Yeah, I feel like, you know, review everyone's motives. Learn what you can from this situation. I feel like this unwise choice is reflecting or talking about, you know, like choosing to trust this person or something like this. And if you're like, oh no, but I still love him or I still love her, watch this pile again. That's all I have for you. Watch this pile again. Reflect, review. Ask from other people as well. Ask from your friends, what do they think about this person? And have them be honest with you. Please. But then again, but then there are some of you who have already done all of this, and I've been talking about nothing for a very long time. So anyway, I also got this card for you, 10 of Earth, a very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. Now this is about your future. I feel like the best thing about this though is that you will be independent. You will be able to count on yourself. You have this trust in your own abilities. You know that you can get through anything, and there are a lot of goals that you will be reaching, and you will be, there will also be a body transformation, and I feel like that has a lot to do with like weight training. A lot of you will be getting into some weight training or any exercise, and you will actually get really good at that. There will be a new hobby for you. You're actually going to be really good at these things. So there is a lot of progress here. And honestly, it requires some, not isolation. No, you're supposed to have fun. You're supposed to go out with your friends and have fun and stuff. But it's kind of like focusing on yourself, making yourself the priority, and forgetting about other people's, not needs, but kind of like telling people to take care of themselves for now, because you only have the capacity to take care of you right now. So they're now gonna have to find a way to make do with what they have. Kind of, I don't know if that's rude, but that is what you need. Anyway, this is what I had for you. I really hope you enjoyed. I would really love to read for you again, and I hope I see you in my next one. Bye.